Good evening to all my Raider people out there in Raider Nation land. Man, we had ourselves a great week this week. Anytime you pull off a victory, man, I tell you, it's a great time here. And instead of fighting that West Coast bias every Wednesday night like I do with Josh Matson, tonight we're going to do a little thing that's near and dear to my heart, and that's fight that Raider Nation bias one show at a time. And you know, at this point, I never do that alone. I mean, fighting that Raider Nation bias, it's never a one-man operation. So when I'm here with my main man, Jim Paskowitz, we are the NTSC Blackhole Brigade. So what we like to do is bring to you all the happiness that's going on in Raider Nation one show at a time. And we have ourselves a great time while we do that. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce to you my co-host with the most, my brother of another color, my Raider brother, Jim Paskowitz. How you feeling over there on your end, Jim?
I'm doing great this week. How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm feeling Raiderific. Big game in town Sunday, but, hey, we pretty much had to survive to get to it.
Yeah. It was a good game last Sunday, so hopefully it carries over to this week.
Oh, yeah, man. It's been about 4 years since we've had a football game this big, and I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, we get the Kansas City Chiefs here in Oaktown, so, hey, it's going to be a really good game there. You get to check it out this week?
I'm not sure if we got it on the schedule. I'm certainly going to try.
Oh, yeah. But you know you got me anyway while you look at those red zone highlights.
To me, it's a game that should be flexed, but you know how that works.
Well, I don't know. I think Indianapolis, Pittsburgh. I mean, NBC seemed to have done a pretty good job there, so I've got no problem with watching that. We get Kansas City and Oakland. We get Kansas City and Oakland as the local CBS game here Sunday. Well, actually, Denver, San Diego, but that's what NFL Sunday Ticket is for. That's what makes it so wonderful.
I wish I still had it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got ourselves man, I tell you what. Sometimes you win football games, though, Jim, and sometimes you survive. And, damn, we survived big time out there in Nashville Sunday. We survived.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I would rather win ugly than lose beautiful.
Yeah, I tell you what, man. Well, hey, Derek Carr, another 300-yard game, and I think Amari Cooper's finally over that quad issue that he had, or that thigh issue that's hampered him over the last 3 games, because he came out and he just pretty much dominated, going for 115 yards. But pretty much we got it started, though, with Michael Crabtree getting into the end zone again. And when he scored that touchdown, I remember you saying, pay the man. And, hey, like I said all year, I'm kind of feeling the sentiment. I mean, he's the only guy that consistently gets open. I mean, we get Amari Cooper here and there, but Crab shows up every week. So, hey, I never blame him for anything.
Yeah, he's been consistent all year long, and like we've talked about all season, he's been everything the Raiders have asked him to be. I know a few years ago when he was drafted, he had a few things to say about Oakland, but right now, this season, he's everything the Raiders have wanted. He's been that solid veteran presence that's been there, like you said, every week.
Yeah, exactly. And now we're at the point where next season we actually have to spend the money to get to that salary floor. So, I mean, there's really no excuse for Michael Crabtree to not be an Oakland Raider next season. I mean, make it happen, Mackenzie Davis, you know. It seems like he opens up things for Amari Cooper also, and they seem to have developed a really, really nice rapport together. So, yeah, I could see no reason why he's not a Raider next season. Open up the books.
Yeah, he definitely deserves a look.
Yeah, and our boy, he actually played pretty well this week too, getting off for a couple of sacks. Khalil Mack, man, I didn't think he'd be able to top what he did last season, but he's actually starting to figure it out. He's setting the edge for that defense like he always does, and now the sack numbers are actually starting to go up. So it's looking like we're actually starting to get ourselves something special here in Oaktown. And Mario Edwards, I mean, he's just getting better and better every week. But the guy that really stood out to me in this game was David Amerson. I mean, I know I've been down on the guy all season long, but, I mean, Ken Gordon Jr. seems to be kind of angry right now at DJ Hayden. So with Amerson out there, it was looking like everything is going well with him and TJ Carey over there at the corners.
Well, Amerson, what can you say about him? He definitely showed up at exactly the right time. I don't know if I've been down on him all season. I know I've been down on DJ Hayden all season, and for what I think is good reason. I hate to be critical of players for just nothing, but but Emerson really, he played really, really well on Sunday, and maybe that's a sign of the future. Maybe he's the one who's going to step up, along with T.J. Carey.
Well, I've got no problem with Emerson from time to time. He is starting to get better and better. Funny stat, though, Jim. David Emerson actually did have 13 interceptions his last season in college. So, he is a ball hawk. He just has to start to do it more consistently in the NFL. And once he figures that out, I do believe that this will be he and T.J. Carey secondary. And if Hayden can actually figure out what problems are plaguing him, he can actually be a nickel corner.
Yeah, I definitely agree. To me, right now, their corner position is wide open. To me, it's whoever's playing best. That's really the only way you can figure out who's going to be there. And the inconsistency at the position has been just terrible. Even with the increased pass rush that we've seen all season long, the front seven is doing better and better week by week, even with the loss of Alden Smith. And I'm thrilled with guys like Mario Edwards, and Jelly Ellis played very well. So guys like that, I'm thrilled with. We still need defensive backs, and that's still the problem.
Well, I'm sure we'll be looking at a couple in the draft. So, this is going to be a pretty good year for corners. So as we get closer to the draft, we'll have our guy Josh Zimmer in. He does a show on the NGSC called Draft Central. So he pretty much has all the info and all the guys we should look for. But it should be a corner-heavy draft. So we'll definitely get some information going forward there, Jim.
Yeah, and because we were talking about it last season, I went and looked at the free agent market, and there are several good cornerbacks that are going to be coming available in the off season. So that's always an option too. We don't have to sit still with what we have right now.
Well, if DJ Hayden doesn't pull his head out of his behind, I seriously do think the Raiders will be looking in a different direction. David Emerson, he's no worse than Hayden, and he's probably even better from what he showed at times. So, hey, if Hayden can't seem to figure it out, you can't use your heart as an excuse anymore. It's time to play ball.
Well, now somebody did point out to me that I forgot his name. Nnamdi Asamoah struggled for his first couple years before he finally picked up on it. So that's always a hope, I guess, is that Hayden figures it out. But right now, as it stands, we got to look at a different direction, because this is a team that's going to be getting better, and the secondary has to follow. We need our secondary badly.
Yeah, they definitely have to do that. And I'd like to give a special recognition to a guy he's always not there when we call, but he's always there on time. And he was there on time Sunday with the game-winning touchdown catch. And as he was against Baltimore, and he went over 100 yards again and had himself a couple of touchdowns. I'm talking about Seth Roberts here. Man, this guy, I think he could have a big future here in Oakland as the third wheel behind Crabtree and Cooper. What do you think about Seth Roberts?
I definitely agree. Seth Roberts has been a guy who, not flashy, doesn't really get a lot of press, doesn't get a lot of the attention, but it seems like time after time after time, when a big catch is needed, when a score is needed, he's been the one that's been open. And, you said it in the Baltimore game and again on Sunday, he did it again. 2 touchdowns on Sunday with 6 catches. So, I went immediately back to the Raiders with Brown and Rice and Porter being the third receiver. That was the immediate comparison I thought of. We always need that third option.
Yeah, last time we got to the bowl, you're actually right, Jim. We had that 3-headed receiving monster. And if we go forward, I'm not talking about this season, but maybe in the next couple seasons proceeding, as these guys get more developed and get better and better, we could have a 3-headed receiving monster that could kind of rival what we had back in the early 2000s in Oakland, and I'd be really happy to see something like that.
Yeah, at the start of the season, at the start of camp, I thought it was going to be Streeter, because Streeter has played well in bits and pieces over the last couple years, but it's been Roberts who's stepped up. And, hey, as long as somebody does it, that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. Just put money in the bank for the Raiders. I mean, I don't care who catches the balls myself. Just get the job done.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it is kind of alarming, though, how fast Streeter has fallen out of favor here in Oakland. I mean, he's inactive every week. He's not even getting a chance. So I'm starting to think this may be the beginning of the end. He may want to have to look to move on somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened with him. A couple years ago, he was, I don't want to say number one receiver because I'm not sure we were good enough to have a number one receiver. But he definitely looked like the guy who was going to be the main man in the future, and that just hasn't panned out. I'm not sure if it's injury or what his problem is, but he does appear to have fallen out of favor.
Yeah, or maybe JDR just wanted to go with the guys that he got to see work out in the preseason. I mean, that's what you can never do with a new regime coming in. You cannot be hurt going into camp because, I mean, out of sight, out of mind, pretty much.
Well, and that's what they say about a new coaching staff is they're coming in, sight unseen. They're coming in fresh. They don't owe anybody anything. They're going to go with the players that impress them the most, regardless of who they are. So, it's not like they owed Streeter anything or felt like they owed Streeter anything. So it's been Roberts, and Roberts has done the job.
Yeah. Okay, so since we were talking about that, Jim, I got something. I mean, I really want to know, man. When Derek Carr fumbled that football with the Raiders ahead 17-14, man, you got to take me through this. I mean, what was your reaction? Because I know exactly what I said to you when it happened, but I want to know what you thought first, huh?
My reaction was, here we go. And I hate to be that way. I would love to have just supreme confidence every time the Raiders take the field. And Carr proved me wrong against Baltimore because when he threw that late interception against Baltimore, I thought exactly the same thing. Oh, here we go. This is the beginning of the end. But that's where the team has grown. And that's where I've got to personally learn my own watching style. I've got to change and start to think along the same lines because I thought we were in trouble. And, Tennessee, their defense is good. I mean, they're good. They're nothing to sleep on. So, I mean, we've got to take advantage of every situation. And when he fumbled, I thought, well, okay. Because in the past, that's the type of thing where they've fallen apart. They fumble late and that's it. But this time, no, and that's one of the positives I'm seeing. So I'm gonna change my own habits a little bit. I'm gonna stop being so pessimistic.
Well, I'm going to try to, Jim, but, 13 seasons of watching bad football, you got no choice. I sat there and said to you, as soon as he fumbled the football, Raiders lost. And, that's something I never do either. But, just from 13 years of seeing just bad things happen to the Raiders over and over and over, that's just the first thought that comes into your head. Even though this is a better football team, and when they do get themselves in trouble, they fight their way out of it. So things are starting to get better. I just have to stop being more pessimistic myself. How the hell can you be Raider Rome and say, oh, y'all lost the football game when there's still 17-14 with about 7 minutes left? But I think Bill Musgrave is the reason the game was even that close. You're dominating these guys into the air. Why the hell are you afraid to keep pounding it? Forget the weather. You can still throw the football in the weather.
Yeah, well, and what impressed me was I know on paper it didn't look good. On paper, the running game didn't look good. But we still got Latavius Murray 22 carries, and that's a positive to me. He only had 59 yards on 22 carries, but that's still a positive because that tells me they're not quitting on it. They're not giving up on it. And that's important. We're going to need that running game. I don't care, the fancy offenses these days, the wide receiver sets and all